This is Jonathan Agger of Fifth Pro Boxing Fans. It's fight week here in Manchester. Khan versus Brook. Natasha Jonas fights for the WBO Super Welterweight title. I'm joined by Coach Joe Gallagher. Joe, how are you feeling just a few days away with Natasha Jonas fighting for a third world title?
Yeah, listen, the press conference is done now, just to weigh in tomorrow, then fight night. But yeah, looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to Natasha's fight, and I'm looking forward to the main event, Khan Brook. There's a lot of fights that haven't happened, but this one is happening, so we're looking forward to that. But as far as Natasha's concerned, really tough fight. Replacement opponent, short notice, as you heard her say before. She'd been in training camp for 2 months, former world champion, been in mixed good company with Cecilia Brackhouse, and this is no means a gimme. Natasha having to move up from originally 9 stone 4 to 9 now to 11 stone. So as you've seen there, Chris looks very confident. She wants to go back to Uruguay as a 2-time world champion.
Took people quite by surprise seeing that Natasha was moving up to 154 pounds. How did the opportunity come about? Ben Shalom said in the press conference you were looking for a world title shot going through the weights. Is that the reason why?
Yeah, basically that's it. If you look at the super featherweights, there's a bit of a tournament going on there. Katie Serrano, lightweight, light welterweight, Chantal Cameron, there's a competition going on there. Jessica McCaskill at welterweight is the belts, and she's fighting someone. So there's no opportunities, but when this belt became vacant at 154, it was like, okay, then let's give it a go. We originally asked Hannah Rankin for the fight. She turned it down. She didn't want to know. Funny now that she wants the fight if Natasha wins, but she turned the fight down. So then the belt became vacant, and Natasha's going fighting Chris Namus.
Tasha mentioned in the press conference how, you know, when people say about moving up to 154, people are like, wow, how would you do that? But, you know, talking about the science and that goes into the training camp, how have the preparations perhaps differed given the fact she's moving up in weight?
Well, one, there's no session tonight. We haven't got to worry about scales. Natasha hasn't to worry about what she eats. But as you say, it's not a case it's 11 stone going eat all the kids' selection boxes left over from Christmas or whatever else. She's got to put on the right weight, but it doesn't necessarily mean that she has to come in at 11 stone. Natasha's got to come in at around 10.9, 10.10. Her best performing weight's around the 10.4 mark. She was that for Terry Harper. She was that for Katie Taylor when she got in the ring. So it's just putting them 4 or 5, moving up and then being 11 stone or 11.1. You can just be a little bit too sluggish, and the best way to explain it really is like putting one of them weighted vests on you that weighs a stone and telling you to go and run 3 miles, 4 miles. You've not got to run it as quick or as fast as you did before, but it's just making sure you're getting used to that and you're putting the right weight on, not weight where it's going to make you slow and cumbersome.
Do you see it as a gamble? Do you just see this as
huge gamble,
an opportunity?
Huge gamble and an opportunity. All 3rd time for Natasha. She's not getting no younger. And listen, she's boxing. This time last year, we're here talking about Tasha Katie Taylor, box behind closed doors. Tasha's fight with Terry Harper behind closed doors in Eddie's Garden. This time, 10 years ago, she was involved with the fight with Katie Taylor at Olympics with the highest sounding decimal event. Here she is now, she's back. She's in front of 20,000 Saturday night, and hopefully the roar of the crowd will roar her home.
Now, obviously you won't be looking past Saturday night, but if Natasha wins the fight, would she look to come down in weight, stay here, perhaps a unification?
Listen, let's just get Saturday night out of the way. Who's Natasha might decide to. That's it. She's done what she came in the sport to do, win, and she's got a world title, and that's it. So all eyes are totally focused on Saturday night. And
in the list of your personal achievements, where would this rank to see Natasha Jonas win the world title? Right up there. For her journey, her retirement from the sport, coming back into professional boxing at such a late stage, having the road bumps along the way, putting her best in it, fighting the best that's out there. Katie Taylor's 1 round difference in that fight. She's acquitted herself very well. She's been a huge ambassador for female boxing. Look how it's thriving now. First one's qualified for GB, represent Britain at the Olympics in 2012, and for her to have her arms raised. A few people asked me this week, and I really try and cut them short and just say, listen, it's Tasha's moment, but it's got to be an emotional moment. Joe, we're here for obviously the main event as well, Khan against Brook. How would you read this fight with 2 days to go?
Do you know what? It's I'm really glad it's happening. This is, and I've said it all week, this is them fights, I think not since Hey Bellew, where you were in a pub, you went, I'm off, the fight's on. This has this by old days, what pay-per-views are late, and the model's being abused a little bit. A pay-per-view event is a pay-per-view, but this is, it's like no one's missing this. Everyone's got to rush home wherever they are, and they've got to watch it. In the same way, Mayweather Pacquiao,
it was past its date, but people still tuned in. We've had lots of fights that have never happened over the years. We never got Hatton Witter, we never got Macklin Barker, we never got Kawasaki Froch, we never got Lewis Bowe. But what we're saying is we've got the fight, so enjoy it. And both of them, they're not at the best, or were at the best years ago, but it's still a pick and fight. You ask anyone around here now, 50% will say Kell Brook, 50% will say Amir Khan. You have to admire Amir Khan. He's always took himself out of the comfort zone, always gone over there Freddie Roach, then Virgil Hunter, then Joe Goosen, and now he's linked up with Terence Crawford's trainer Bo. So he likes to take himself out of the comfort zone. Kell Brook, you see it in the Sky shows, gloves are off, he's seething. He just can't wait for that first round to just grab his hands around Amir's neck, can you? So, and Amir, we all know Amir, his hand speed, feared no one, challenged everyone, ducked no one, and this is huge bragging rights Saturday night. I can't see the fight going the distance, and if I had to pick one, I'd most rub there on the preparation and the way that I've seen bits of him. I want to have to pick Amir Khan.
I mean, from a tactical perspective, how do you see, if for both men to win this fight, how would they have to perform?
I think there's numerous things. Amir Khan, as we know in the past, he likes to come out quick, throw shots, quick hands, put Kell under pressure, hit Kell a few times around them eyes and see how Kell reacts with that. We've seen how he reacted against Terence Crawford. And Kell Brook's most were thinking, I can't wait. I've waited 10, 15 years to land the right hand on your whiskers. It'll all react after that, and that's why I feel the fight's just got to escalate so quick, because someone, when they feel they've been hit, they want to come back straight away and put that dead. So I can't see it being a boring fight. I think round one they might have a feel out, but it'll escalate very quickly.
And if it was to go past, say, the halfway point, who would that favour?
Well, you've got to go on record and look at who's it favoured in the past. Obviously, Amir was boxing brilliant against Canelo, got caught up. Then he was going well against Garcia, then got caught up. Madani got off to a great start, but then he was hold on for dear life in the end. So you'd have to favour Kell, but saying that, Kell's beat Sean Porter held in there, but then he's fought Jojo Dan and Frankie Gavin, and it's not really pushed on. Amir has been in the big fights, big stage, better opposition, Devin Alexander, Zab Judah, and your resume, I have to say, Amir Khan.
And just touching on your stable, what updates could you tell us about the likes of Callum Johnson first?
Yeah, Callum Johnson's back in the gym. He was usually gutted when the Joe Smith fight fell apart, but he's back in the gym training. We've got Paul Butler challenging for the world title in April. Mark Heffron's back out in March. Callum Thompson, and we've got one or two signings as well to announce coming up. Charlie Edwards out in March, April time as well. So a busy year ahead.
And just finally, Joe, we're expecting news on Tyson Fury against Dillian Whyte potentially next week. Official confirmation. What's your early thoughts on the fight?
Tyson Fury. Dylan, you've just got to look at Tyson Fury. He's been one of the biggest punchers of heavyweight history. 3 times, got down, got up. Dillian Whyte 2 fights ago got knocked out by 40-odd Joe Povetkin, and I just think Dylan can huff and puff as much, but I just think Tyson Fury is just IQ, brain set, everything else. Being in with Klitschko, being with just Tyson Fury.
Joe, wish you the very best of luck on Saturday night with Natasha Jonas.
No problem.